So first of all, my name is Amber Canisi. I am a presidential diamond with It Works Global, and I'm just so happy that you're here tonight. I was actually introduced to this company 8 years ago, before my husband and I were married, before kids, back to when I was growing up. I just knew I always wanted to give my children and my family more than what I had growing up. So I grew up in a tiny little one stoplight town, like literally the ones where everybody knows everybody and you know who's related to who, all the gossip, all the things. So super small town. But I guess you would say like I also grew up in a broken home. So my parents were divorced before I was even 5 years old. And my incredible mom was left raising just us four kids on her own with no financial help. And so we really just struggled to get by. And I will never forget the guilt and the sadness I had just watching her work day after day just to make ends meet. And we were still, even though she was putting in all the time, barely able to scrape by. So really, we weren't able to have any of the extras in life. We didn't really get to have all the fancy things. I remember just even fruit snacks coming home from the grocery stores were like a big thing. And us four siblings would rip into them like crazy because that was an extra. That was a treat. That was something that, we didn't necessarily need. And so at times, like those were the things that we really got excited about. So we really didn't have any extra luxuries. I remember one time, like we actually lived in a horse barn apartment for quite a while where my bedroom window outlooked a horse arena. I mean, if you love horses, that's cool. Looking back now, it's a little bit like, okay, well, that was a little strange. As a kid, you didn't really realize it, but now it's like, okay. So let's just say the struggle was real, you guys. As soon as my siblings and I were old enough to be able to make an income for ourselves, we knew just like, if we wanted something, we were going to have to find a way to go and get it for ourselves. We knew that it was going to be our responsibility. So at 14, I got my first job. I was able to make my own income. I remember I bought my first car when I was 16, paid for my own insurance, gas, like all those kind of things, because I vowed at that age that I was just going to do whatever it was going to take to be able to take any sort of financial burden off of my mom, even at such a young age. So I don't know if that, maybe you're a single mom listening to this. Maybe if you struggled growing up, maybe if you're in a situation where you're struggling now, I just want you to know that if you have a reason to be able to put a meaning behind maybe the thing that you were trying to chase after, like this could be that vehicle for you. And it's found me just like it's found millions of other people. And I just am so excited to be able to share this with you guys tonight. My mom honestly did her absolute best, but it was never enough. And I knew someday that I did not want my kids to have to struggle the same way that we did. I didn't want them to have to long for the things that I wanted. I remember looking at my friends and be like, well, I really want that, but I know I can't get it. And so years later, I became a registered nurse, and I thought that was going to be it. That was going to be what was going to give my family enough money to survive, enough money to be able to make ends meet. But I had a new problem because as a registered nurse, you guys, I was busy. I was actually working as a clinical manager for a pediatric home care agency. And listen, like I could barely keep up. I was working 40 hours a week in the office. I was on call hours. When a nurse would call in, I would have to go in the middle of the night, on a holiday, on a weekend, and my schedule was just all over the place. I was bouncing all over. My schedule was completely inconsistent. So then I realized, wow, like I'm missing out with a lot of time with my family. And so that was a whole new problem that I started to see. Now, I didn't yet have my two little ones, but that was something that I was thinking about, where I was like, how am I ever going to be a present mom? Because I remember my mom could not make the things. She couldn't make our sports games if we were able to. She couldn't pick us up from certain things or bring us to a friend's house because she didn't have the time. She was honestly working extra jobs just to be able to pay bills. So it pained me to think like, I just don't want to be like that for my family. I love my career as a nurse. I've never had any sort of intention of walking away, but priorities started changing in my life. And so I was presented with this company, It Works Global, and I just ran with it. I was like, you know what? I want to try. I want to see what this is going to mean for my family and I. Did I have any extra time? No. Did I have any experience in this industry? Absolutely not. I went into this so blindly, but I just knew I wanted more. I remember wanting more for my kid. And as an adult, I knew that I was promised myself to always go find more. And so 10 months into this business, I was actually able to surpass the income that I was making as a nurse. And that next year I became pregnant with my first son. And that's when I knew, I'm like, God really did nudge me in this direction to put me in a place where I can just do so much with my life. And so now today I get to be the best of both worlds. I get to be a work at home mom with my kiddos. I get to help people throughout this business, throughout this opportunity, just like I was doing as a nurse, but just in a different way. We have been able to just do so much. Of course, the money has been incredible. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to retire from my career as a nurse. We've earned over, $175,000 and just bonuses alone, you guys. And we started checking off that someday list, the someday things of like, one day I want this, but you don't really know how you're going to get it, but it's something that you want someday. So we were able to start doing that. I'm sitting here in our dream home that we built on 14 acres on a private lake. And that's what we wanted for our family. And, outside of that, we get to pay off debt. We get to have less worry when things happen. The things like I'm sure you could relate to, as in the water heater breaks down, the car has a flat tire, all those things that get thrown at us and kind of like can paralyze us financially, right? And so really at the end of the day, this business, has done so much for us. But at the end of the day, like just having the freedom to be able to do what we want with our lives, to be able to jump on an airplane, go on vacation. I get to be present every single day. And time is one thing that is always spent, but it can never be bought. And so I am always just so grateful for this opportunity, because having your own time to spend on things and your family is something that is so priceless to me. And so really, I just hope by the end of this, you can hear something out of me and Sam, who's going to be sharing soon our stories, and just be able to pick something from that and just be able to start to dream and start to understand the vision that you would be able to obtain through this opportunity as well. All right, so I'm going to move this thing. Sometimes that gets that in the way, but I don't know if anyway, all right. So It Works Global. What I love about our company is we have the right mentors in place. And so you're going to see over there, Mark Pentecost. He is actually our founder and CEO and the face of our company. He is a family man, a teacher, a coach who has truly built his business to be an extension of his family. His wife specifically prays for us. They inspire us all to give back. We as an organization give back to areas of pediatric cancer research, veteran support, humanitarian support, human trafficking. And I remember I personally stood at his ranch at our 20th anniversary when he wrote out $1 million check in front of us to charity, which is such a proud feeling, knowing exactly like who the face is behind our company and the integrity that stands behind it. In the middle, you're going to see our CEO, John Alcala, with his wife. And you guys, I am so excited about these two. They've built in the industry for over 8 years. They were top income earners globally. And they know exactly what we need as distributors to be able to pour into us to help us to become successful. So that's just something that I love so much. And they are the sweetest people in the entire world. We also have Meredith Teason, who she is our chief sales officer. And she is really just working so hard to be able to push our company into just a huge phase of momentum. Her goal is to really just help people make 6 figures annually in this business, and more people, the masses of people. And so I love that the traction that is starting because of our corporate team and what is happening. Up on the top, you see our field development regional, Lori, with a few of us at one of our central region events. You guys, I love that we have our, our community, I guess you could say, is divided into different categories and regions. And so each person is assigned to you. And so that is really just the bridge between the gap of corporate to ourselves in the field, so that you feel like family, so that your name is known, so that you are just really heard in this. And that's something that you don't get in a lot of jobs that I absolutely love with this. All right, so why It Works Global? You guys, we are a 20 plus year company, and we have reputable market trust and recognition. Not only that, you guys, we are a debt-free company, and that simply allows business security, and it allows bigger paychecks for us as distributors and bonus payouts and different incentives for us, which is so incredible. It just tells you that is the security that is behind the company that you represent. We're in the health and wellness industry, and health and wellness is something that is never going anywhere. I bet you can talk to anybody, and they are always working on something on their health. I feel like in even recent years, even more so than now, people are really working on their health, and they're really understanding what it takes to be healthy. and not just that, but financially, you guys, we are going into a new year. We are in a new year. And listen, the top two things that people have for resolutions is, first of all, is to make an extra income and to get healthy. And we have both of those. So we are global. We are in 17 countries and growing. We have an online sales structure. So that means you do not have to purchase any inventory. You don't have to worry about going to the mailbox. I know that was really important to me because I don't love having to go to the post office. And also create your own schedule. Who doesn't love to be able to create your own schedule, to be able to do what you want in your days? And so our job at the end of the day is simply to share products, share the company and the income opportunity to help others with their health and financial goals. All right, product innovation. So as a nurse, you guys, this is something that really excited me because, I wanted to see these kind of things. I wanted to see clinically tested and proven, and I wanted to see that there were clean plant-based ingredients. I wanted to see that they were affordable for people. And the thing is that I love is that they are always up to date on industry trends. They're always going to be changing and evolving and growing. So they're always going to be something new for us to be able to use and promote. Our catalog. So you guys, we have so many different catalog or different products in our catalog. So you can see the categories over there. We have something for everybody, young, old. We can have male, female. It doesn't matter if you are actively working out and you are a gym junkie, or if you are looking to lose weight, or if you are looking just for extra nutrition. We have it all, and we have the results to be able to back every single one of our products. I absolutely love our coffee, our Stress Less gummies are two of my staples that I use every single day, but you might have even heard of our Skinny Wraps, which was really our flagship product for many years. Income impact. So you guys, how much money do you need? So I want you to look at these amounts on the bottom and really just tell me, what is it that would appeal to you? What amount is sticking out in your head that you're like, if I just had that much, that would help me so much. And so we do have several different ways to be able to earn in this. First of all is daily, and that is through our simple sample cash. So that means you sell some product samples to somebody and they pay you for those. So simple, in your pocket. Weekly, 150 and 350 weekly bonuses for just simply building your business and helping others succeed. We have what is called a 4 and a Friend program, which means it is so duplicatable for anybody who is coming into our business to be able to earn these weekly bonuses that are paid out every single Thursday. Monthly, you're going to get commissions from anytime somebody orders online from your website. We also have tons of different bonuses for ranking up, for doing success bonuses, incentive trips, and just so much potential on the table. I really do believe that we have we do have the most generous compensation plans in the entire market. And so there's so much to be earned here. And I love that it doesn't matter if you've been in this business for a day or like me, almost 8 years, you have the same equivalent to be able to earn some success bonuses and earn weekly bonuses. And that is what's so special to me. All right, so what is your burning desire, you guys? I want you so far just to think about, what you need in your life, what you need for your family. Start to kind of see and put together the pieces of maybe those things that you dreamt about, those things that were on my someday list. Start thinking about what's on your someday list and just know that this is a vehicle to be able to help you earn that, right? All right, so next up, you guys, I am going to hand it over to my dear friend, Sam. So Sam, if you can unmute yourself, and she is going to share her story and just a little bit more about this income opportunity.
Yes. Hi, guys. I'm excited to chat with you tonight, too. So I'm Samantha Bowers. I'm also a presidential diamond. I've been with It Works since 2015. So I'm going on my 8th year with the company. My story is kind of similar to Amber's, but also very different. So when I joined this business, I actually already had 3 babies. I had a stepson, and then I had 2 children together with my husband. And we had just this crazy, crazy journey in the beginning of our lives. We actually were only together for 2 months when we got pregnant with our son together. That's the cute one in the picture here. And then we ended up getting pregnant with our daughter 2 years after that. And we were just on this fast track of debt snowball. Both were college dropouts, couldn't figure out what we wanted to do with our lives. I was a restaurant manager for Outback Steakhouse. I know you guys are all familiar. And we just could not figure out how to get ahead for anything. And I know that so many people are kind of struggling with that right now, just because of all the changes in basically everything that's going on in the world. And I knew that something needed to be different. And I grew up with my parents always having debt. They always had credit cards, like a stack of credit cards. We always had collections people calling the house. I wasn't even allowed to answer our house phone because it was typically somebody who was calling to collect a bill. And I knew that that's not the way that I wanted to raise my babies. I knew that I wanted to find a steady income that I would be able to do on my terms. I didn't want to work 65 hours a week anymore. I didn't want my husband to work second shift, third shift. I didn't want him to have to continue to picking up overtime. I just wanted to be able to make an impact and also make an income. And when I found this business, I was so against it. I actually said no to my enroller for an entire year. And I, like I said, shy girl in the corner is me. I am just an introvert. I don't like being around a bunch of people that I don't know. I wasn't very good in crowds. Public speaking was like a huge no-no. As you can tell, I've come out of that shell. But I knew that I needed this. And I knew that I also didn't want to do network marketing, right? Like I didn't want to be a part of that. I didn't want to put myself out there on social media. I didn't want to have to message my friends and family. But you guys, I felt something in this business that was going to be different. And guess what? I could not be more right about that. I knew that it was going to be something that I could do on my terms, that I could work with the guidance of my enrollers and my leaders, but I knew that I could do this the way that I wanted to do it. And in my almost 8 years of doing this business, I've completely changed the way that I look at this business, and I've been able to change the way that others look at it as well. So I am here just basically creating core memories for my family is what it says at the bottom of my slide, because that's my goal. I want my children to be able to spend time with me and with my husband. And at this point in our lives, we're now a full-time family. Neither one of us work anymore. And that's the blessing of this is you can come into this and decide you either want to make a couple $100 a month, or you want to come into it and you want to make thousands, right? I came into it wanting to make $150 a month. That is all I wanted to make. I wanted to cut back my hours in the restaurant. And I quickly learned that if you put in the effort, if you're willing to grow, if you're willing to learn, adapt, stay consistent, the sky truly is the limit with this business. So getting started with this is super, super easy. You have so much support, and I love all of the tools that we get right off the bat from It Works. So you have the amazing Connect app that you can see a little preview of on the screen. So if you're a big phone user, if you love your iPhone, maybe your Android, you have an app at your fingertips where you are able to access your customers, you're able to send them messages, you're able to place orders, all of your training tools are in there. It is as simple as you opening up that app and getting ready to go. You are fully surrounded by the top leaders in the company, Amber, myself, all of the other leaders that are doing this with us. And you have a huge community of people who are doing the exact same thing that you are. And we are very one team, one mission. We are all in this to make sure that you're successful. Our onboarding and our training is super easy, and it's done through our website and our app. You get to earn as you learn, right? Who wishes they would have gone to college and made money while they were there? I know I did, right? Maybe I wouldn't have quit when I did, but you get to make money as you're learning more about this business. So you don't have to wait until you know everything to start getting those paychecks. It truly is a job that I love, and I know so many other people love it as well. It is one of those things that I never thought that I would love it as much as I do. And you guys, it's been a game changer. And one of our big mottos here at It Works is faith, family, friends, health, and freedom. Those are the core 5 things that you get when you join with It Works. So what you need when you join is obviously an open mind, a positive attitude. You need to be coachable. You need to be willing to learn. You need to be willing to learn new things. I know that's tough for some people, especially me. And you need to have a desire for more in your life. So you need to want more than what you currently have. And what you do not need is any sales experience. You guys, restaurant manager, the most experience I had was being a bartender. You don't need a huge network of friends and family. I had a very small Instagram following when I started. My Facebook friends were like 300, and I just had no idea how to network. And you do not need a ton of extra time either. When I joined, I was working 65 to 70 hours a week with 3 babies. If I could figure out how to make it work in the cracks, anybody can. And getting started is super easy as well. So right now, this is the pack that you actually get when you join. And I'm super jealous because when Amber and I joined, it was not this amazing. you get a personalized online storefront. So everything is done for you. You don't need to know anything to do with how to set up a store, how to do any of that. It works, makes, and maintains all of it for you. The company does the shipping and the customer service. So again, no inventory. You don't need to go to the post office. I am so bad at going to the post office. Everything is shipped right to your customers' doors, right through your app, right through your links, right through your website. So none of that needs to be done by you. Same with customer service. It is all handled by It Works. You get your virtual office and your website and your app. So that's all taken care of for you. You get the self-serve training. So all the training tools that are available in the Connect app are ready for you. And you get one-on-one coaching with your leader. Our goal here at It Works is for you to be successful. We want to see you win. So this is all about you. And in your business builder kit, you get the triple threat pack. And some of these are my everyday faves. I should say all, because I do take all of them. But what you get right now is 2 bags of our Skinny Brew coffee, which you see right on your screen. I love this coffee. If you're a Starbucks snob like me, it's amazing. You get your slimming gummies. Those are those amazing gummies that you can take 2 to 4 times a day, and they help slim the midsection right here. They taste like orange fruit snacks. It is a no-brainer. You get the Thermophyte Metabolism Booster. That's that little bottle right there. And those are the capsules that you can take twice a day. They help to boost your metabolism. Guys, I love them. I take them before I go for my workout, and it makes it so rewarding. And then you get something that I'm really jealous of. You get the Boss Fuel little tumbler right there to make your coffee in. And you also get the milk frother with the It Works label on it right there to make your Skinny Brew coffee. So they give you everything that you need right there. And if you're ready to make stories, if you want to do the videos, trust me, I was scared at first too. I was like, I'm not showing my face. And now I love it. They give you everything that you need right in your starter kit. And this business is just a smart business decision. You get consumable products, you get an unmatched compensation plan. When I tell you that our compensation plan is like no plan out there, it truly is an amazing plan. Our founder, Mark Pentecost, he was in network marketing before he created our company. So he knew exactly what he was looking for when it came to creating this compensation plan. He created it to make sure that his distributors win. This is a debt-free company, and their goal is to train and coach us to also be debt-free. So when it comes to us getting paid and making money, they want to make sure that we make the most amount of money possible with what we are doing. We're in an unsaturated market. It Works is constantly coming out with brand new products. Just like Amber said, we are evolving. We're keeping up with the times. So anytime that something new comes around, we are at the forefront of it, and It Works makes sure that you are ready to hit the ground running with whatever it is that we introduce. And you literally, when I say you can work anywhere from Wi-Fi, you can work anywhere from Wi-Fi. I've gone to Disney World and worked. I've been in the Bahamas and worked. I've done it anywhere. Not that we want you working on vacation, but if you need to, if you have Wi-Fi, you're making money. So the next step for you, if you're ready, the next thing that you can do is reach out to the person who invited you. You want to get to that person and you want to say, I am ready. And they're going to make sure that you have the next steps to get started in this business. So I truly mean it when I say we are excited to welcome you. I want you to be a part of this with us, because when I say it's the best decision that I've ever made, it truly is that best decision.
Yay, I love it. I was like, wait, I'm muted. All right. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And listen, like, I don't want you to have any barriers this year. And even if that 149 startup is something that concerns you guys, we even have a payment plan option for you. So I want you to know that literally whatever is holding you back, whatever fears, like, reach out to that person, because likely somebody has felt those same things. And we know just what you need to be able to overcome them. On the other side of just saying yes is a huge opportunity that is ready for you. So again, just like Sam said, reach out to that person and let's get you started and welcome you to the team. So thank you guys so much for being on tonight. I hope you have the best evening and we'll see you soon.